Hi everyone, welcome back to the LTL show. This is season 2, so we're very excited to be back. So just to kind of recap what the LTL show is, we speak to the most interesting names in technology and leadership. So we speak about experience, what they're working on, their backgrounds, and hopefully some interesting stories along the way. And today I'm very excited to say that we've got the one and only Mr. David Crawford. How are you, sir?
Hi, Jack. I'm really good. The one and only, hey, that's quite a build-up.
As a leader, if you're always if you're always in a position where you're extinguishing fires or having these kind of conversations, is it a good or kind of bad signal for your company? I mean, is it the aspect that you're trying to continuously improve, or you are trying to do something quite aspirational, or is it the case that you're obviously doing something wrong?
Too black and white to say whether you're doing something wrong, right? I think there are targets that you aim for. So one of the ones you asked me about phrases earlier on, one of the phrases that I use is that we should aim for boring predictability. Right?
Yeah.
Technology, operational systems, boring predictability is where it's at. That's exciting to a technologist.
Yeah.
And that means, we're not having to get out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and fix rubbish that we didn't do properly the first time.
This is a question I'm quite excited actually about. Do you have any guilty pleasures?
I like to do things that don't involve technology, funnily enough, and given that we're talking about London tech leaders, I feel guilty about that, but I like to do things like DIY. I like to do wood turning. I'm a beekeeper, as some people may know. Anything that actually gets me away from technology, not because I don't love technology, but because it just means that I've got this other life that doesn't depend on all the stuff that we breathe day in, day out.
Beekeeping's quite trendy these days, isn't it? A lot of people are doing it.
I like to think I was there before the trend, Jack.
Okay.
Maybe I helped set the trend, who knows?
There you go.
I've been beekeeping for about 6 or 7 years now. You're right, it is trendy, and that in itself is apparently causing a bit of a problem because all sorts of people are doing it in the wrong places in the wrong way.
Yeah.
But no, beekeeping is absolutely great, and of course you get honey from it. So
there you go. You make a little honey too. So
yeah, I've always liked the physical aspect of things, and obviously you can see that my body is a complete temple. Physical fitness, you can see that, Jack, quite clearly.
100%. That's hopefully that will be represented on the cartoon as well, which I'm sure it will be.
Healthy conflict is a good. And the other thing, and I'm conscious that my fellow board members might be listening to this, right? But we don't have to be friends. We have to be good colleagues and friendly to each other, right? We don't want to be horrible to each other, right?
Yeah.
But these are not the people who are going to turn up at Christmas Day and bring me a Christmas pudding and sit down and watch the Queen's speech with me, right? These are, not that all of my friends do that, but these are colleagues who we're all on a journey to get something, to achieve an outcome, yeah? And consequently, we shouldn't be worried about, pulling our punches. As long as we're not rude and we're not horrible, we should be, diligent and get into it for the sake of the company, the staff, the customers, the shareholders.
Yeah, I kind of know, I feel like I know the answer to this next question. But as a CTO, I mean, these days, right? I mean, what's going to be more important, like social skills or the technical skills? So like the leadership skills or actual the knowing the tech piece?
Don't get me into coding. I'm a COBOL man from the early 90s. Right? But you might need that in your CTO. You might need somebody who can roll their sleeves. You might need somebody who can jump up on the whiteboard and draw up a bit of architecture. What I can tell you, Jack, for those people who look at me and go, oh, you're just you got the gift of the gab, you talk a good talk, you're a bit inspirational, you're all this. I could be a CTO. What I say to those people is, every now and again you have to pull a little bit of a technical wizardry out the bag. Every now and again you have to shock your architects or shock your developers or your QAs, that you just have to say something and they're like, oh, maybe he does know what he's talking about.